Okay guys, I'm gonna have a little bit of a lunch video here, if you don't mind eating lunch with me. And I'm gonna talk a little bit about the arrest of Johnny and Munkay. And I did a video, I took it down because I rushed it. I went back and I did a little research. i.e. I watched PNP's video and took notes. So this is a preface. Now I'm posting 3 videos in the description box below. I'm not good at mirroring, and they're not my videos anyway, so I don't know that I have the rights to do that. But this is a preface to the PNP video, which the link is below, and it's the actual arrest video of Johnny and Munkay. It's them getting arrested at Edwards Air Force Base. So I'm gonna do a preface here. I'm gonna do the top 10 preface notes, and then when you go watch that video below, you'll kind of know what to look for, because I'm going to tell you right here. There's 10 of them. Number 1, Munkay says, DHS memo says we may film these installations. Well, yeah, it does, but off base. So, give you a living example. When I was at March Air Force Base, or March Field, I think they call it now, they have a little gate there you can drive or walk in. Anybody can just drive in, but it leads over to the visitor center, and you have to go in and check in. Just because it's open like that doesn't mean it's still city property. No, you're on the military installation. And when it says no photography, that's what it means. That's why I stayed outside the fence line when I was at March. And I didn't go in that little fence to take pictures because I would have been trespassing. So visitor center doesn't mean you're still in the city. It means you've entered the post. Number 2, MPS. Are you on Edwards Air Force Base right now? And Munkay keeps saying, well, we're at the visitor center. Yeah, but that's on post. I might be redundant on a couple of these. I'm sorry, but the MP says there is no photography on the Air Force Base. To which Munkay asks, well, why do you have a static display then? And I mean, I don't know. I don't get that question because, well, the MP tells them you can look at it, but you can't film it. But when they say there's no photography, that's what they mean. They don't mean no photography, but, you know, there's a static display. No, no means no. Number 3, the MP tells him he will read the DHS memo, but he knows the policies. He goes, I'll read your memo, but I already know the policies. To which Munkay says, your policy isn't law. On a military installation, let me nail something down for you guys. The policies are law, pretty much, on that installation. Now, they're usually set by the base or post commander, or federal codes, United States codes, USC. They're enforced by the provost marshal and his MPs, or SP, Shore Patrol, or whatever in the Navy. But when you're on the base and they say, well, the post commander's policy is, that's law. That's not like, you know, you say, well, policy doesn't exempt law. On a post, it does. On a post, usually it's a general. Like in Germany, we had a post, they call it a Kaserne, in the middle of town. And we had a 3-star general, or 2-star. That was years ago. But it was a general that was in charge of it. When he says that, that's law. That's how it is. Okay? When you're on that installation. Well, Walmart does the same way. It is. When you're inside Walmart and they say no filming in here, that's what they mean. You say, oh, doesn't trump law, they'll escort you out of that Walmart. Military installations are no different. Except they're military installations and not private businesses. Number 4, Munkay says, we didn't go on your base. I hear him saying that. You're at the visitor center. And I think I wrote that here. So the visitor center is on base property. So when he says, we didn't go on your base, you're at the visitor center. So, I don't know what part of, you know, and this guy was in the military, supposedly. Munkay supposedly was in the military. So you'd think he would know that the visitor center is on post or on the base. It's not still, you're not in town. You went on to a military installation now. We're going to get back to that too. 5. In order to set the cameras down, you'll hear Munkay say, I'm not putting my camera down. And then he starts saying, hey, stop threatening me. Don't threaten me. They're going to arrest you, dude. And yes, then he does set the camera down and gets arrested. So he's like, I'm not setting the camera down. Don't threaten me. Okay, I'll set the camera down. He gets arrested. You should know if they're telling you put the cameras down, you're going to be arrested, you're going to be arrested. You're not talking your way out of it at that point. Number 6, Johnny starts yelling, call flood, call flood. Edwards Air Force Base, call flood. That's illegal, by the way. For those of you who didn't know, if you do go ahead and start call flooding, that's illegal. So, I don't know. Felipe Hemming might know more about this, or Krista, because she's an attorney. But I'm not sure if Johnny could be charged with accessory to or conspiring to the call flooding. Because you know call flooding is illegal, right? You're disrupting their normal business. So I'm not sure if by yelling, call flood, Edwards Air Force Base, call flood, he can be charged with accessory to or something of that matter, conspiring to. I'm not sure how that works. I would think he could be accessory to, right? After the fact. Accessory to after the fact if they go ahead and do it. But you hear him say that on camera. Number 7, and I'm almost done. Thank you guys for hanging with me here during lunch. Johnny says, seems like retaliation to me, sir. You hear him say that off camera. Well, when you're arrested for filming on a military installation, that's not retaliation. That's called being arrested for filming on a military installation against U.S. code. And there is a U.S. code for that. It's like, let's say I go in Walmart and they say, you need to get out of here, you can't film. I have a First Amendment right to film. And you keep filming and you get arrested for trespassing. That's not retaliation. You're arrested for trespassing. They told you to get out. So kind of the same thing. They're violating the U.S. Code of Photography on, and if you watch the Free at Last video of Johnny's with Johnny and Munkay, where they're on their way out of, I guess they're going home or wherever, but they're way out of Edwards, and they're talking in a car. I think it's an Uber or a Lyft or something. Munkay says he was charged with photography and sketching. Let me kind of inform you on something. That's inferred that you're alleged to be a possible spy. I could be wrong, not always right, but it's true. Years ago, I was in the Army. They had a captain in Germany, went over to East Germany, and literally was photographing and sketching out Russian Army vehicles. He ended up getting shot. You know what he was shot for? Being an American spy. So when they tell you that you've been charged with photographing and sketching, they're telling you or think you might be a spy. Number 8. Munkay is heard saying, I've guarded plenty of bases. He's heard off camera saying that. Well, then you should know the visitor center is on base or post property. You should know that. I mean, I'm sorry, I'm a messy eater. How are you going to say I've guarded a lot of properties, I've got a lot of bases and posts, but you don't know that the visitor center is on the base post property? What kind of guard were you? You could have anybody just come to the visitor center and go, he's just going to the visitor center. Why? No. You're being watched. Number 9, I'm almost done here. Munkay is heard saying off camera, I can go to any military surplus and buy a flak jacket and something else. I think it was BDUs, I didn't catch it, but he did say flak jacket. You know, and he goes, you guys think I'm lying? Well, it doesn't matter if they think you're lying or not. They could think, yeah, no, you could go to I could go to any military surplus store, buy a full BDU outfit, flak jacket, boots, sleeping bag, rucksack, everything. What has that got to do with violating the policies of photographing on a military installation? I mean, in other words, so what you're saying is, I can go buy all this stuff and then what? I can come on base and start photographing? Is that what he's inferring? You guys watch the video and, I don't know, figure out for yourself. And finally, I'm a messy eater, I'm sorry. Number 10, we're done. I've been looking over at the, if all of you are wondering what I'm looking at, the little red dot on my camera, the lens is over here. Sorry about that, I'm not doing it over. That's what I was looking at, little red dot. That's why I'm not looking at you guys. Number 10, finally I see the lens. The MP is heard saying, I told you that once you pass that wall, you are on base property. He actually, you hear him say that off camera. I told you that once you pass that wall, you are on base property. They were told that. But Munkay says, what do you have a visitor center for then? He don't get it, guys. He don't get it. Sigh. What are you gonna do? News Now Ukaipa. Go watch the video. I just gave you guys a preface of what to look for and what to listen for. Now go see what you think.